back to Black Science Tonight. We're going to look at a Cincinnati police officer, Rose Valentino, using racial slurs while on duty. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Here we go again, another race soldier. This one is a female. Cincinnati police officer Rose Valentino, a former reality show TV figure, is using racial slurs because she happened to see cars parked on the street. Oh, she was extremely angry, and this Karen let it all out for you to hear. But you know what they did, they beeped it out. So let's take a look at the video of this Karen, this race soldier. Let's go.
Ridiculous. This profanity-laced rant sent veteran Cincinnati police officer Rose Valentino to desk duty. On April 5th, she was pulling into the District 3 station to fill out a report when she noticed vehicles lined on the street to pick up students from school. She activated her lights and quickly became angry when they didn't move.
Is she gonna just sit there?
Body and dash camera video just released by CPD shows what happened next.
Dumb. Oh, I hate him so much. God, I hate this world.
After rolling up her cruiser's window, she uses the N-word. Valentino told investigators a black student gave her the finger, which led to her outburst. She was one of 4 officers profiled by WLWT and featured in a nationally televised reality show in 2011, Police Women of Cincinnati.
Never a dull moment. You go into every situation as if it's the first time, you've dealt with that sort of thing.
In Valentino's most recent performance review, dated after the rant, she was complimented as a hard worker who uses good judgment. A supervisor recommended she study for the promotion exam. In January 2019, this official reprimand says Valentino showed body cam footage from a homicide at the Glenway Pony Keg to family members while having dinner at the casino. In March 2020, she was arrested off duty. Her sister and brother-in-law accused her of pushing and hitting them with a closed fist and using an umbrella to repeatedly strike a vehicle. She pled guilty to disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor, and was ordered to attend an anger management assessment. 2 years later, she admitted she did not have control of her emotions here.
I hate it.
Valentino told internal investigations, "This is a hard job, and I was getting to a point where I was really being affected by it. I've been on for 14 years.
She'll keep her job. You know why she'll keep her job? You really want to know why? For the simple fact is that she used a racial slur against black people. If it was the LGBTQ community, if it was the Jewish community, the Asian community, they would have fired her. But long as she didn't commit any physical harm to anyone, she will possibly put on desk duty, probably suspended for a couple of weeks, and she'll be right back on the street, putting her foot in your behind. This is how these police departments are run. They are full of race soldiers, like Miss Valentina. She's been doing this for 14 years, and you know how she learned this? Yeah, she learned it at home, but she learned that from her fellow officers on the Cincinnati Police Department. This is what you say. This is how you act. This is how you react. She seems to have a serious anger management problem. And if she's on a police department with several others who have that type of anger, can you imagine what they do to black people? Or anyone that happens to disagree with them? You know there's unruly people out here in the streets. But to openly use a racial slur on camera shows one thing, that she's used to doing it. Because she felt so comfortable to say it while on camera. So you know this is talked about. in the police department talked about when they're off duty. These slurs are used while in the company of her fellow officers when they're out and about and not in their uniforms. So you see why there's disparities when it comes to such things like being arrested or being mishandled or being executed on the streets, because they have this mentality. Why her using those racial slurs? She should have been suspended, should have been brought in front of the board or whatever they have, and possibly fired. Because if you're on a job or any other job other than the police department, school teacher, which have strong unions, it's hard to get fired. You would be gone that day. Because there's no company that will have you around using racial slur when they know that they can be sued. So I wonder how the citizens of Cincinnati is dealing with this. How is the black community dealing with this, knowing that this lady is still on the police force and that she has several other cohorts on the police force who act this way? She's not the only one. This is how they talk about African Americans when no one's around. See, that outburst was telling you the truth of how she really feels. It wasn't the stress of the job. This is truly how she feels inside of her heart. This is the malice that she has towards a certain group of people. And you cannot have this on a modern day police force. But like I told you she's not going to get fired. The police union's going to rally behind her. They're going to say she said some words. They probably put her on desk duty where she doesn't have to deal with the public. She'll get her 20 years. She'll retire with her pension. That's what's going to happen. But this is what we have to deal with every day across America. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.